Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be making this super cute split cup. The split cup is kind of my signature cup. This is the style I typically do, but I wanted to mix it up, do some different colors today. The vinyl for both of these is from North 80 on Etsy. They're my favorite vinyl shop. They just have the prettiest florals. The mint that I used is Rustoleum 2X Gloss Modern Mint. I love this color, especially with rose gold. So for the pink glitter portion, I base painted with Rustoleum 2X Satin Vintage Blush, and then I did Briar Rose from Peachy Olive Glitters on top. I know I'm pretty much a glitter chimp gal, but I love Briar Rose. It's so pretty. So that is everything I used for this. I don't know if I mentioned the rose gold vinyl on here is Cricut brand. I normally buy Paper Studio or just off of Amazon, but Hobby Lobby was having a sale on their Cricut vinyl. It was all 40% off, so I had no choice, you know? I had to get Cricut brand. So I think that's everything I used. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Yeah, let's just jump into how to make this pretty summery split cup. I'm gonna be using a cup that I stripped, so it looks a little funky right now, but that just means it's super prepped. So we are ready to rock and roll with this one. I want to preface this by saying I am by no means a perfectionist, so bear with me. There are plenty of other videos showing you how to do stuff like this perfectly and like measuring it out and all that stuff, but that's not me. So I'm just kind of measuring it out on the vinyl itself, and I'm going to trim it a little above the cup, like the edge of the cup. So probably like right here. And like I said, I'm not perfect with this. I don't need perfect lines. That doesn't bother me because we're going to be trimming this off anyway. So I don't need this to be perfect. But if you want it to be perfect, if you want to measure it out, you do you. Like, go for it. Okay, next I'm going to see how long I need my piece because it's going to be like a half wrap. So I'm probably going to trim it about here. Then I'm going to set the extra vinyl to the side because what I'll do is I'll cut out a circle and I'll put it on the bottom. So next I take some painter's tape and I just kind of place it on as straight as I can. We'll go on the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so we're just gonna peel this up. We're not gonna take it all the way off the backing. And then I like to overlap it a little bit on the painter's tape. And then we're just going to be firm, have a firm grip on it, I don't know, and just kind of push it back into the side. You want to get out all the air bubbles. I can feel that I reached the next piece of painter's tape, so I'm just gonna peel it off. So what I'm gonna do now is take my knife. I'm going to make sure that I can see the line from the painter's tape pretty well. So you can see that line there. That's what we want. We're gonna follow that line. We're just gonna trim it on that line. Again, it does not need to be perfect. I got so anxious the first couple times I did this because I didn't have perfectly straight lines. But guys, we cover it up. Like, nobody's gonna see that imperfect line. I got some of the painter's tape stuck under there, so I just trimmed it up again and took it off. And there we go. Now we're just gonna trim the top and the bottom. Now this would be a lot easier if I had one of those little things that you just kind of spin the cup on and it trims it off, but I don't have one of those. I'm just gonna put this on. I don't want it to reach the very bottom. You see how the bottom tapers a little bit? We don't want the tape there. We want it to be just below that little taper because the vinyl will get all funky if you put it there. So then we're just gonna trim again. Hope you can see this. This line you do want to get as straight as possible, which is why I said it's easier with one of those tools. But I don't have one of those tools, so this is the next best thing. Hey, that's pretty good. We're gonna do the same thing to the top. We wanna leave a little bit of the silver so that our epoxy has something to stick to. I'm not gonna lie, that's like one of my best ones. So there we go. We have our vinyl on and we are ready for the next step. So our next step is to cover up the vinyl. I'm gonna do that with painter's tape. When you do this, you wanna leave a little bit of silver. Now, we don't want the spray paint going over the entire thing. We're going to split it using our tape. And you're just gonna kind of decide where you want that split to be and how big you want it to be. And then just kind of lay your tape down at an angle. And then just cover up that bottom part too. So I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna spray paint this mint and we'll let it dry and move on to the next step. So now that we spray painted the mint and it dried, we're going to peel off the tape. I like to reuse my tape, but I am gonna use a fresh piece just to cover the mint. Now, if something happens to this, I'm not gonna get upset because I can always cover it back up. I'm gonna spray paint the bottom like a light pink. Okay, this is my little trick. I get my spray paint wet and then I apply my glitter right on top of it. If you're uncomfortable doing this, definitely let the spray paint dry and then you can either Mod Podge or epoxy it on. But this works just fine for me.
So I sealed the glitter 2 or 3 times with Rustoleum 2 times clear matte spray paint, and then I am just going to brush off the extra glitter and apply a thin layer of epoxy. I didn't record myself doing it, but I did also hit this with my heat gun to pop any bubbles.
You can see that there's some glitter on the green and some of the green came off when I sealed it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna tape it off again and I'm gonna spray paint it again. Cup is nice and dry. I cut out some strips and clearly I had the pressure up too high because it cut right through. In Cricut Design Space, I just did a square and then I changed the size to 11.5 width and 0.2 height, and then I did a 2-inch circle and that's gonna go on the bottom. This is of the vinyl that's on the cup. So we're gonna start with that. The good news about this is we can just eyeball it. If you want to be very precise, there are other ways to do it, but like I've said, that's not my style. I'm fine with just eyeballing. Okay. Easy peasy. Okay, now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my rose gold vinyl. I honestly take the whole strip off. I know some people don't, but I like to. And then I'm going to line it up. I usually go over the top and bottom a little bit. And then just line it up. And then for this cup, since I've got the vinyl on the bottom. I'm going to bring it down on the bottom just a little bit. And cut it. I'm gonna trim that up. Sorry if you hear my washer. There. So that is what the bottom looks like. I'm gonna trim up the top. I'm very happy with this. I think it looks great. I love the bottom. I just think that looks so good. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. I'm kind of obsessed. I love the bottom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave any comments or questions down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.